Hi, Pacific Northwest Conference. This is Jill Riley, and I am here today with Joel Sommer from Portland. Hi, Joel.
Hey, Jill.
It's always so fun to see your face. I feel like we don't get enough FaceTime. We should fix that sometime.
I'm down if you are. And hello, Pacific West Conference. Good to see you too.
Yeah, so we wanted to take a minute and talk about a joint project that you have done with other churches, other Portland churches, and I'll let you name them, but called the Collective Healing Event. And you were on your fourth annual event. So tell me a little bit about who's involved in putting this together and what was the heartbeat behind it?
Yeah, so collective healing for the last few years has been a shared event of multiple Portland area churches, several covenant churches, and several not covenant churches. So we're hosted by West Hills Covenant Church. This year, we've got Tigard Covenant Church involved. We've got View Covenant Church as well. Some folks from Portland Covenant will also join us. So, and then of course, Access Covenant Church, where I get to pastor. But we're also partnering with a Presbyterian church this year and some other folks who are going to be helping out as well. But the dream is really to create collective healing spaces, hence the name, where we can meditate on the power of the gospel to heal the whole person. So we've done events on healing from racial trauma. We've done events on healing from sexual violence. And this fall, we are going to be talking about enduring hope, the ongoing journey of racial healing.
Mm. So you have Reverend Dominique Gilliard coming, and what is he going to be sharing and teaching about?
Sure. Reverend Dom is going to help us consider the history and the current reality of racism in the American church and what our response to that can be.
Mhm.
So it's really to help us grow in our awareness of that history as well as that current reality. Also, for those who are seeking healing, maybe we don't need to grow in our awareness of that. We're aware, but we've been harmed and we need some healing.
Mhm.
And then additionally, what does it look like to persevere? There's a lot of Christian witness, people of faith who have persevered in this work and even found it joyful and life-giving. So those are sort of the three modules that we're going to be talking about.
That's great. Do you feel like there are people who have experienced racial violence to their person and they're just not aware of the weight of that on them?
Yeah, I think that's true for any kind of violence, probably, and any kind of grief. We don't necessarily have great tools for processing that pain,
Mhm.
which is why we created these events. And then we tend to have specific blind spots around certain issues. And we can be tempted, whether as majority culture folks or also as people of color, to downplay some of the harm that happens or to not process it in ways that are healthy and God honoring. So that's some of our hope for the time.
That's great. And then after the primary teaching session, you're going into not plenary sessions, but into some groups that are to talk about where you are in the journey. So tell me a little bit about that and who's leading that.
So we have three groups led by trauma-informed leaders. There's going to be a group for people of color to process the reality of racial harm. Together, there's going to be a group for white folks to process the reality of racial harm. And I should note that it's not just that white people have perpetrated harm. White people are also harmed by racism.
Absolutely.
And then additionally, we have a new group this year for people of color who are new to thinking about this, right?
Mhm.
Being born in a non-white body does not make me an automatic expert on racism. And so in order to create more accessibility, we've got a group that can kind of help folks think about that in their own unique way for the first time. Some of our
And
practitioners helping us with that.
yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Yeah, so Dieula Previlion is coming out from the East Coast to be with us and lead one of our groups. Wendell Moss is coming down from Seattle to help out and lead one of our groups. And Reverend Dr. Liz Mosbo VerHage is going to be with us as well.
So how do people sign up or find out more information about this, Joel?
So the most information, the easiest and quickest way to get information is on our Instagram, Collective Healing PDX. So follow that and go to the link in bio, or you can go to the West Hills Covenant Church website and follow the links to this event. It's right on the banner. Just click it. It'll take you right there.
If you had one prayer, one hope for somebody walking away from this event, what would that be for somebody?
I think my prayer would be for us to understand that people of faith have been in these kind of circumstances before. All of the crises that we are dealing with, racism, political violence, theological controversy, all of that has happened before, and God has been faithful to God's people, and God will be faithful again.
Mm.
So I'm praying that people will be able to discover our heritage as believers and then walk in the power of the Spirit as we face those crises today.
That's great. So we will put those links up for Collective Healing PDX and for West Hills Covenant. And I just wish you every good blessing and success on this event, which is coming right after CCDA. So we were joking earlier, CCDA is your opening act, and then this comes, right?
Yes, correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share this with us, and we will be paying attention to what happens next.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jill.